or your power host. And this is a place where we say what we mean and we mean what we say. So we're gonna get right into it and we're gonna introduce you to our panelists. We got some great people here. We're gonna start over to the left.
Hello, my name is Lisa. I just do YouTube, live life lit.
Absolutely, Lisa. All right. Who we got here?
Hello, guys. I'm Aliza. I'm just the life of the party, always lit like a light bulb. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a singer as well. I sing a little bit.
I am Victoria. I am a model / promoter. Some people call me Thicky Vicky because I feel like I'm the thickest girl in the family.
News personality, just a local news personality from Indianapolis, Indiana. Doing his thing, working, striving, stacking, investing, building credit, stuff like that. Being grown, sexy.
That's not just regular plastic. That's a hard plastic right there.
Really cut short. Really cut short. Okay. All right.
It's your boy Polo Blue. I'm a local artist from Chicago. I'm Nicky Neptune. I'm an artist, model, entrepreneur. You name it, I do it. Promoter. Yeah, that's all.
All right, Nicky Neptune. All right. Question: what do you think about monogamy, and how do you feel about monogamy? One more time,
Well, monogamy.
Okay.
But let's just go back to the stories of the Bible. They had many wives,
Okay.
It takes a village to raise a child.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Not saying that I would have a polygamous relationship, but what I'm saying is like, just let me in your hand and you get woman.
Honestly, I kind of agree with her to an extent. I feel like certain things kind of change when you have a different aspect on life. So if that's kind of what you want to have as your perspective, then you're going to kind of value it that way. But whereas I'm kind of like a realist, I kind of realize that over the course of time, like you're not going to get the same excitement from the same person over and over again because it becomes like a repetitive factor. Whereas you should go ahead, have your little excitement, and realize there's not much out there other than your partner. The grass ain't always greener, so it actually brings like a level of appreciation for the person that you're with, which you actually venturing out there and doing.
I believe personally that there's a soulmate for everybody on this earth. I don't feel like God put us here to be lonely or to be hurt or whatever, but I do believe when you are if you like somebody or in love with that person, you need to be faithful to that person. Yeah, you're gonna have your ups and downs, you might cheat or whatever. You either gonna get through it or you're gonna get to step in.
You got people who want to be polygamous, you got people who want to be monogamous. I personally would like to be monogamous. I do not want to put double shifts on my woman's pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
A oneness with me is the most beautiful thing that I feel. So you want a oneness with somebody, like my grandma and my granddad. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is. That's what it is. Like I said, I can definitely see both sides. And anybody else got anything to say about this side?
Each king should have 10 wives. Facts. I would say each woman should have one king.
Lie your tail so well. The Bible also says not to cheat.
I feel like there is no right or wrong answer to that. It's just
I guess it's just a matter of, your cup of tea and what you like. Nicky, did you have something that you wanted to chime in and say?
Nah, man, monogamy is like exactly what all y'all said. It's how you feel about it and who you with and what you consider monogamy. It just all depends on, your cup of tea, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I've been in the same relationship for 10 years.
Say congratulations.
10 Pete! Spicy!
That's for real.
That's love.
So fluidness, we like to kind of venture, but that I don't think you can have that real connection, that real on the same page. We together with multiple people. Me and my wife are on the same page right now, right here, every day, every second. We on the same page. But when it comes to sex, it's a little different. You feel me? We've been together since we were 15, so sometimes, you gotta be adventurous, and only one person you can go to, and that's real. So even if you are in a poly relationship, amongst those people, there's only gonna be one person that you truly is like, we get together.
I love that. And what's great is I love the answers and the different answers that you get from different people. And that's what this is all about, cocktails and community conversation. When is an appropriate time to move in with a significant other? Is that something you should do early? Is that something you should do late? And just what are your thoughts on moving in with a significant other? Let's Looks like we have Elisa.
I feel like it kind of varies. That's another thing that's like a thing that varies from each person, each situation. But I also feel like you need to fill out the person that you're trying to live with, because there's a lot of issues that come with living with somebody. You don't know how financially stable somebody is. You don't know their mental being inside and outside of their day, like until you actually have to be with them 24/7, or not 24/7, but around your work schedule. So I feel like it's really dependent on how well you know the person on when they should be moving into your house.
But isn't that the reason you should move in? So you can know those things?
Not necessarily. I feel like when you move too fast and you jump to different things, and it kind of brings out the worst in situations, because if you move too fast and they move into the house and they are a totally different person than you anticipated them to be, then you're going to regret every action of them living with you. Whereas if I get to know you and I know exactly what I'm getting myself into, it'll be more of a welcoming stance instead of it being like, okay, we're going to learn to love as we go. I just want to already love you and know that that's the best way to go about it. So,
I like that answer.
If you look at them and you feel like you want to go somewhere farther with them than what y'all at now, if y'all are ready for that, or y'all can do that, just go ahead, move in together and figure everything else out like as y'all go.
Take a chance.
Take a chance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do we have one more person who wants to say anything about this? All right, Joe, you go ahead.
When you kind of sharing with somebody, you know, you just want to pay attention. You really want to give that time. I feel like as young people, we don't, we just get real anxious. You know, take your time, figure you out. If you have people in your life that you are fond of, pay attention.
It's time to move in. I like those. Great answers. Great answers. We're going to move right along. Everything's good. Now we got a great question coming up here. It's going to be interesting to see who chimes in first on this one.
Get valid on.
I can't wait to hear both sides.
All right, so when we talk about good sex, it's about what you yourself like. And what you know, it's different strokes for different folks. You feel me? You feel me?
So you're saying the foreplay is based on the level of feelings that you have for that particular.
better. Like, it doesn't matter about the hair pulling, it don't matter about any of that, smack my ass, whatever you're gonna do. It's just the connection that bonds us that's gonna make everything better. With foreplay, if that connection is good, oh, you're gonna get whatever the fuck you want. I am submissive to a man that knows how to lead, and I'm submissive to a man that also, you know, can be that to me, like have that connection with me, and we can kind of make that to carry it on. So I will get real freaky for somebody that I already created that connection with. So it's all about a connection with me. That's what this sex is all about, like the connection I have with you. So
Connection.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Who else? Where it comes shorty? Okay, shorty.
So, as the woman that's in between, right? So, in between. Foreplay starts at the restaurant, and I can say this, that I went out last night. So, last night, we went to Cheesecake Factory, and I don't care, it's just Cheesecake Factory, it's no big deal. But when we went to Cheesecake Factory, when we got there, I opened her door. She was like, "Ooh, thank you, babe." That's foreplay. So we went to the restaurant and she ordered whatever she wanted to order, and she was like, "Oh, should I order some cheesecake?" Absolutely, you should order some cheesecake. That's foreplay. Cause she got whatever she wanted on the menu with some cheesecake. She was feeling good at the end of that. She was like, "Ooh, that was good. I'm full." I know you are. So just as a woman, coming from a woman, foreplay starts beginning of the day. You know, when I opened the door, when she got in the car, when we got to the restaurant, and I opened the door, and we got to the front door, and I'm like, I already had the reservation immediately. She was like, "Oh, we got seated immediately. All these people was waiting." You know, so we walk past everybody. So that confidence, that level of appreciation, that level of knowing what, just knowledge of what she wanted. So when we got there, I made sure that we had a bottle of wine, you know, already ordered in the reservation. That's all. Y'all might think that that's minuscule, that's just little, but that's foreplay. So by the time we got home,
that is foreplay.
You know, on the way to the house, I played with a little bitch.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm driving. Just a little bit. That's foreplay, and I want y'all to all take that into consideration. Because by the time we got to the bedroom, boots on the floor.
That's foreplay. I would just say for me, foreplay starts with the kiss. After that kiss, it's foreplay. In my experience, the kiss will tell a woman everything she needs to know. And I think that's kind of the kind of thing that Elisa was alluding to, is the connection. And I think the connection always starts with the kiss. So great. That was a great topic. Let's move right along to the next one. So listen, is it okay to not buy your significant other a gift on a holiday? But wait, now listen, when I say holiday, I mean all holidays, birthday, Christmas, whatever date it's gonna be. And also, do you take it into consideration if your significant other is going through a rough time and just maybe can't buy you a gift at that time?
Cookies or something. Ain't no just being that guy.
That's important to you. It's important.
You can't just be there. You can be, maybe put Kool-Aid or something. Make my favorite Kool-Aid. Do something good. $2, 39 cents.
You said went to your house with jugs of Kool-Aid and did Kool-Aid.
Let's see what Elisa has to say on this subject.
What you got to say, Elisa, baby?
Okay, I am bisexual, so I like people for the way that they are. I don't really have a gender on the people that I, accepted. Okay, so when it comes to that, I feel like it varies because when a man is in his headspace and he doesn't have the money to already give you a gift, he's already beating himself up enough. So I feel I love you for you. It's not about what you bring to the table. It's not about anything like that. I saw potential in you and I know that we can build from this place on. So I'm going to also invest in that. So even if it's a holiday, that holiday don't mean nothing to me. Your love does, so that don't matter.
So what you're saying is about the connection.
It's about the connection.
Just real quick for me, so my girlfriend, I'm like, damn, I ain't go to the gas station last night. I'll wake up and have gas in my car, little stuff like that throughout the year, or I went shopping and I know you wear this size shoe and I thought these would look nice on you, little stuff like that. So to me, holidays and birthdays, that really doesn't, it don't matter. As long as like throughout the year, like every other day, like we got each other, we good, fuck out there. Like I'd rather have every year, all year than holidays.
Those are some great
I'm just blessed my man's been able to have money every birthday, every holiday, because baby, he
Okay, go ahead.
I like he really the shit out of me.
Joe want to say one thing about this.
Of course, if y'all really rocking with each other, y'all understand it should be okay in hard times and adversity. I mean, if you're only okay with life when things are going your way, and you're a toxic person. So yeah, it should be okay. My father used to say every day should be Christmas.
Yeah.
Hey, great
So,
answer.
Great.
Okay.
Make sure you tell all the boyfriends and fiancés.
Yeah.
I feel like every day's my birthday, so
Every day is your
every
birthday.
day, literally.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. So move around. Your significant other posting on social media. In other words, your significant other is your significant other, but they have a Snapchat premium. Your significant other has a Snapchat premium, and that is your significant other. What is your thoughts on the process? What is your thoughts on that? We're gonna go. Joe feels strong about this. We're gonna go directly to Joe. He said, "Let me get that." Come on, Joe. Let us know.
What you got to say, Joe?
it depends on your behavior. If you my woman and just paying attention. If I couldn't,
Just paying attention.
if you like to go onto your Facebook or social media and stand in front of your bathroom mirror and pose with your breasts and your hips all out for others to see, then no, I'm not with that. If you like to go to your social media and brand yourself, you may be selling hair care products or you may do nails or you may do fashion, I can definitely understand that. But there's certain behaviors that just show that you're not getting enough attention or you just need way too much damn attention. I mean, I see it all the time. I got a boyfriend with me, but I'm looking at your ass though, like that's what he into?
Right. You cool with that?
It's all about your behavior. It's all about what your spouse is into. Just pay attention.
Great answers, great answers. Know that the Snapchat is going down. Know that they are getting butt naked on the Snapchat. It's not a bikini. It's not a bikini at all. It's not just the decent titty out. This is the whole 9 yards. I mean, they going ham. And when I say from the Rudy to the Judy, I don't know personally, but this is what I've heard. So Lisa got some strong thoughts on this. What do you think, Lisa? She said, come on.
Look, let me tell you, Nisha, I don't know if you're gonna watch this, you're gonna see this chat. I'm gonna get a premium as long as that ring page, okay? Okay? Because I know ain't nobody touching that fucking there but me, okay? I don't give a fuck who see.
Okay. Say that then.
So if we pimp it, it's all right.
So that sounds like do what you want to do, long as nobody else is going up in you or touching you.
Bills is paid.
Long as bills is getting paid. That's great. We gonna go to Red Cup Shouty and then we gonna come back over here to Lisa. Because I know Lisa, the trio that she's gonna be.
I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with y'all.
Not funky.
My fiance can't have no premium.
Okay.
I don't care what y'all fiance do.
Okay.
But mine, she ain't doing no. You know, she may occasionally be on there with a little swimsuit on there or whatever, on her little Facebook or whatever. But even then, I'm like, you was pushing it, wasn't you? I think that certain situations are left for the bedroom and for my likes, and not for everybody likes. So as far as my woman is concerned, absolutely hell motherfucking no. I'll pay the motherfucking rent, don't worry about it.
I mean, let's not forget here, these young ladies are getting paid money to do these things. It's not like they're just on there. They are getting subscriptions and people are chiming in with money as they're taking their clothes off. So we got Lisa here who's ready.
Okay.
No. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Like, literally, no. Because at the end of the day, I feel like if you really are in a relationship that you see being a forever and everything like that, like he said, it's kind of a lack of attention thing for females. Like, when we don't feel like we get the love that we need at home, we go and look for it somewhere else. Even if we have like these ill intentions in the smallest formery ever, it's still that form. So it's still like a cry out for help. Like, hey, I would rather you take this part of the bills. I'd rather you know, kind of feeling this attention that all these other men are doing for me, but I don't necessarily want my ass in any man's face that I don't know or have no prior knowledge of. Like, at the end of the day, like, the only reason I would outsource to that is if I feel like I'm lacking something in the house, and I don't feel like I would want that even from my spouse, because when I date a woman, I don't want no other man knowing exactly what I'm hitting every night. At the end of the day, I want that to be sacred to me. I want that to be special to me. Like, we build that forever because you are my forever. I don't want to have to worry about whenever you feel like you lacking in the household, you gonna go to the next man. So I'm cool off of that.
All right.
If I'm single, then shit, the bill gotta get paid by me solely, so I might pop a little ass out. If I'm in a relationship, hell no, I ain't doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a car, no air rent. My nigga, something gonna get paid.
So what you telling me is a situation?
It's situational to an extent. Even when I'm single, I wouldn't necessarily be eager to do the shit. That's like my last resort. Like, if I can't get shit paid, I'll have to do that shit because I'm not gonna lose everything else because I have too much pride. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna just do it because I got free time. So
okay.
That's fine.
Marriage. What are your thoughts
on
marriage, Nicky Neptune?
I love marriage. I fully believe in it. And my only thing is when I get married, I ain't getting divorced. So when I get married, I ain't getting divorced.
That's valid.
That's real. That's real.
I'm getting married one time.
One time.
I've actually been married. I'm married to my older 2 kids' father. And I'm with you. He was my everything. I thought I was in love. I was young. We was together about 5 years, but you say you're gonna get married, you never want to get divorced. I thought the same thing, but he, cheated on me. He beat me. I had to get 10 staples in my head behind him. I have a scar that won't go away, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life. So that nigga had to fucking go. You hear me? But I do believe marriage is sacred. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was cheating on me, had a baby on me and all this stuff. Like, that's when the love that I had for him started deteriorating, because I went, I had the full-fledged gown. I mean, I looked like $1 million that day. And that was my day. And I took, I did under God. And, after he started doing the cheating and all that crap and then putting the hands on me, I did have to divorce him because my children started seeing it. And I didn't want them to see me always crying. And then when he made me mad, I'm taking it out on them. I'm calling them to work. I'm losing weight. And I gotta stay thick, like. Right. But I think marriage is very sacred. And I think it's valid also. It's everybody's personal thing, though. Some people don't believe in marriage at all. So,
Elisa?
Hold up. Okay. So I feel like marriage is something that was based upon society. I feel like there's a lot of things that happens in our membrane that we don't know has an explanation, but it all has an explanation. So when it comes to this even kind of stems towards the monogamy thing that you say. I'm a realist, so I don't believe that anybody throughout their whole entire lifetime is going to be monogamous to one person. But do I believe that there has to be trust and there has to be, a forgiveness method to every relationship that's stemmed upon you two people? You have to have a deeper understanding about everything that you kind of stabilize through another human being. Because at the end of the day, you never know what goes through their mind mentally. Now, in saying that, I believe in marriage if you have the right stance in marriage, which means I'm not going to be in love with you every single last day. I'm really realistic with that. I'm not going to favor you every single last day, but there has to be something within you that just captivates me to the point where even on those weekdays, I still stick by your side. So if I have the right partner, then I can be married. But it means that there has to be something that drives me to you other than just this love shit, because there's going to be days I'm not in love with you. I'm just going to keep it 100. I'm never going to just be in love with you every fucking day. But if I can like your drive, I can like the way that you grind for shit, I can like the way that you are as a person, and it's going to captivate me towards you even when I can't stand you. So at the end of the day, shit, if I can find somebody who gets me on that deeper level of this shit, we can go ahead and get married. But you got to have a mental note of knowing that you can be stabilized, because I feel like marriage is more so combining two households and two incomes than it is about love anyway. So if you can't be about that grind, you ain't going to be about my time. That's about it.
Okay, I like that. Wait a minute, Lisa.
If I'm marrying you, that means for the rest of my life, like Nicky said, the first time I get married was my last time. And I've been through getting beat on and stuff like that. But just thinking further, when I think about my mother is 70. So her and my father were married for 40 years before my father died.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So she's been through a lot, and her being realistic with me and all things I've been through. Like marriage, that you're my partner for life.
We're young, marry your goals right now. All I hear security. I hear what she just went through. Pay attention, marry your goals. Slow it down. Slow it down. Marriage is tough. Like I said, she said I'm not gonna be in love with your stinking ass every day.
I say stinking ass, I felt it.
I'm just saying to really share with somebody is tough, man. You know what I mean? And that's in our relationships, from your bros to your woman. It's just tough. So pay attention, slow it down, marry your goals. Marry that shit.
Here you go. I like that. That's a wide range of answers. Some great answers. Next, we're going to go into a debate. Should you post your significant other on Facebook or Instagram? Should you post your significant Hold on here. We got to go one at a time here.
Who the yeses and who the no's?
First, let's take a moment. Who says you should post your significant other? We got 3 says yes. Who says we don't?
Hell nah.
We got 4. So we're not gonna get a chance to talk to everybody. So we're gonna pick 2 people on this side and 2 people on this side.
I feel like posting your significant other is for marriage and shit. Fuck all that. Hey, posting your significant other. Why? Why are you doing it? Now, If you're doing it because that's the quality of your relationship, yeah, okay, cool. But if that's not what you using your social media for, a relationship, then what's the point of you posting your significant other? Social media is not for me to know every move you making, when you doing it, who you with, but they done turned it into that. You know what I'm saying? All these emotions. I don't need to know your business and your next move. The ops is why you was with Trina, Lisa, all these. Now you trying to come to me, nigga? Go take your broken ass on. No, forget posting your personal on social media. Keep it professional. Voice you on social media. Use you as the platform. Don't try to get kudos from your pretty girlfriend or your thick girlfriend and all that. You in a relationship and you happy, and then now you're not in a relationship and you're not happy. Fuck all that.
I definitely see that. While you were talking to Lisa and tapped me on the leg a few times, saying she was definitely.
I don't think because I do music videos and I like to shake a little ass or something every once in a while. So I don't need my chill. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I did a little twerk video for Juicy Crew and it got 15,000 views, like 10,000 shares. That was my first viral video that I did, a little 1 minute video, okay? And my fucking niece and my daughter like, hey, that's my mom. And I'm like this. And then my niece is like, ooh, TT better get it. I said, oh, hell no. I would control, alt, fucking delete. But but I'm all about my family and I'm all about my relationship. So on Facebook, you see me, I'm doing dances with my children almost 7 days a week. I'm always posting my children, I'm always posting my family, I'm always posting my man or whatever the case may be. But like you said, when you're doing a business, some things that I do, you know, my man might not be too fond of. If I gotta wear a certain skimpy outfit for a photo shoot, you know, I think it just really depends. It's not, you don't have to necessarily do it, but an acknowledgement every now and then is kind of nice. So.
That's cool. And the fact that you think it's him.
Okay, to get in that thing.
Alright, so as a person in a relationship, I post my woman on Facebook.
Proud of you.
Absolutely, I'm proud of it whenever I can because when you don't, it seems like you, from the other side looking in, it seems like you ashamed. My woman did a recent feature in Nicky Neptune's video and she looked real good in that motherfucker, goddamn. But it don't matter because at the end of the day, at the very end of it,
Where'd she go?
At the very
Where'd she go?
at the very end of it,
Where'd she go?
She at home?
Joe been waiting patiently, ladies and gentlemen. He's ready.
To a minimum, you don't want to hide nothing. To a minimum. See, I don't know, I guess I'm a square, so I ain't worried about niggas hollering at my woman or nothing like that. I'm not out here like that, honestly. Ain't judging nobody that is, I'm just saying. Maybe once a year, yeah, we still together, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To me, for the most part, I'm also kind of solitude. I don't really eat all of my business, but I ain't gonna hide.
It's about your security.
Right.
I'm secure with that.
Not hard.
Pay attention.
Shawty, she said she locked in for 10 years. You locked in for 10 years. So that makes a big difference.
Debate it.
When you post with somebody, but when you just start a relationship, you learning a motherfucker, you trying to grow with them and you seeing everything, you just don't know. So you secure me. Pay attention. Joe! Pay attention.
This is what I mean, but I feel like social media is just people trying to prove stuff to other people. At the end of the day, I have nothing to prove to nobody. I don't care if you know who I'm with. I'm happy with who I'm with. I'm happy with my lifestyle. Before social media even existed, we didn't even need to do that stuff. You acting like people walking down the street. I'm with Shaniqua. Here's Shaniqua. Let me turn her around. I don't need to post these little pictures with her because I am proud of her. At the end of the day, there's nothing I need to prove or not who I'm trying to prove this to. This is for me. Like, this relationship is for me. Not for anybody else, but for me. If it works for me, it works for me. If it don't, it don't.
What they say? What other people ain't in your business? What's that saying?
I care.
If you're attracted to that motherfucker that night and you want to get it in, you wrong. I suggest that you strap up, protect yourself, use a fucking condom.
Yeah, you want to fuck on first time.
Okay.
I feel like, you know, I done been on both sides where I ain't get it on the first night, tried, wanted it on the first night, got it, and I done had both type of relationships where they come and they go, you know what I'm saying? They last long and they don't. When you think about expectations and what you expect, I felt hurt. So now you want a relationship. And you play with me the version.
If I can get that connection from you, I'm going to want my face wet by the end of the night. I don't care about shit else. I just want to make sure I'm fed. You know what I'm saying? You get high out in this world, you want to make sure that your face is wet. It's moisturized. I like that. I like when I get you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm free. Best believe.
Next to your bed.
I'm gonna dive in, drown a little bit, come back up, take a little deep breath, and go right back in. You know what I'm saying?
I just want everybody to know you heard this shit live in cocktails and conversations where we say what we mean and we mean what we say. And shit, and meaning some shit all night.
I mean everything that I say.
Say this shit again.
Okay, well, I can repeat it for you.
I will dive in, come right back up after I almost died from diving in because I want to make sure the waters is spewing into my face. And then I come right back. That's what I like to do. Okay?
Go ahead and take the microphone from these people starting to storm the stage. Joe, you gotta chime in on this before people start to rush the stage on our panel. We got diving. But Joe,
He said we got diving on, Joe.
From a man perspective after everything that was said, what with is in the words of Andre 3000. I don't give a damn about you giving up on the first night. That just means you know what you want out of life. So at the end of the day, and as men at the end of the day, that's how we want. No, you know what you want out of life.
I believe, personally, I can see both sides, but I believe in both sides. I believe if the connection is right and you're paying attention, as Joe was saying, and the connection is right, you know what I mean? You go ahead and do what you gotta do. But then on the other case, I can see in some cases where some young ladies would feel where, oh no, if I give it to him tonight, I really like him. If I give it to him tonight,
He's not gonna respond.
he's not gonna respond. Which you don't know. He's pissed about. What he's pissed about is you should have. If you really like him, you should have gave him some because then he would have came back.
Clearly, you don't live with regrets. We do what we want to do.
Okay,
Ladies and
I live
gentlemen.
like Blanket.
Go back to that.
She's a swimmer. She's a certified swimmer.
just keep
Olympic
swimming.
gold medal. That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't scared of
Red
red.
cup,
Red Cup Shorty, you know, we really haven't heard from you on this
She over
topic
here
yet.
talking shit. Right.
You know what I mean?
You a swimmer? Can you swim?
Red Shorts, see, after she found out there was a diver on the couch, and then, but wait a minute. Okay,
What's your question?
is it okay to have sex on the first night?
Alright, give it the mic, give it the mic.
Alright, so as far as the first night is concerned, so my wife in particular, we didn't have sex until 2 years after. So we was friends, best friends for 2 years before we decided to have sex. So that first time was a little different. You know, we decided that first time was for real. You know, we decided that from that first time, bitch, I'm with you.
I swear, dog.
Same face.
What you mean, bitch? Nah, but for real though, as far as the first time goes, I encourage it to be the best. Whatever you got, I encourage it to be you put it all out on the first time, because on that first time we and I can speak for all women, we decide that, bitch, do we want to be with you or not? On that first time. So because we decided 2 years after the fact we were going to have sex on the first time, that 2 years later we had chemistry. We really knew each other. We really loved each other at that time. So that time was great.
So do you believe in
I did. If the first date is the best time you can come up with, I encourage you to go for it. But by the time we had our first time, we had built up anticipation. We had built up loving each other. We had built up everything that a relationship comes with. We had built up. So by the time we got to the first time, it was the best time. So if your first time is the first date, or if it's the 100th date, I encourage you to put your best into it, because by the time we got to that first time, bitch, she could have got her rent paid. Nigga, whatever she needed at that first date, a new set of tires, a motherfucking rent, if she needed whatever she needed, goddamn it, nigga, Red Cup Shawty was willing to provide.
Listen, got what?
Okay, well, you got a question.
Are we talking about first date or no?
First
time.
First time to kick it with. First time to kick it with.
That's the first date.
Okay, first date. Yes, first date. I'm just gonna clarify this because I was like, hold on.
You thought about your answer more than
I'm okay with first dates. Yes. One night stands, I'm not so okay.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
Okay, one night stand. First date.
Right.
First date, different. First date, no. First date, yeah.
Hey, there we go. Well, let me just say this though.
Let me just say this. It's time to wrap it up. No, Elisa, we're not gonna say because I gotta end this with you, Elisa. Elisa is the fucking winner. Okay. She's a fucking winner. She got on here. The last answer she said was, "Look, if the connection is right, I'm willing to get my face wet." Wait, let me say that again.
I'm about to play with her.
And everybody
I ain't about to play with her.
Everybody should listen to this, men and women. She said if the first date is going right, be willing to get your face wet. That's how we gonna end this. Be willing to get your face wet. And it's clearly
I agree with that shit.
It's clearly about
Get your face wet.
I'm gonna get your face.
He's eating up!